YouTube? What's happening? Hope you guys are staying safe. You know, practicing social distancing. You know, giving thanks for the things you do have. I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope everyone's acting accordingly. They trying to put people in jail for looting. I've said in a previous video, I'm not gonna hold you guys for looting. I mean, police still gonna be killing folks. So if you can get some free stuff and not go to jail, because they're starting to send the people to jail for that. They're starting to convict looters. Just a couple of them. I mean, you ain't gonna get all of them, you know. But there are obvious videos of the doors busting open in Walmart like it's Black Friday. People running in there. And then I seen this one video. This girl was so just casually walking through all the looters with a big old 45-inch on a hand cart. And she was just casually rolling it, and everyone was like running and moshing around her. And she was like on her phone. No one was like trying to mess with her or anything. Let's talk about what no one's talking about. Everyone's talking about other things, but no one's talking about the good cops. I just love how the misconception is all cops are bad. It's not even a percentage anymore. It's just like police, 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 police. So now the good cops, the kids who all their life they see people getting bullied and they're always the one getting beat up for trying to help their homies out, and then they become a cop. But they're not a bad cop though. They're the cops that are in the middle of the street when people can't get their car started, when it's bad weather. All the other cops are just gonna drive by. He's gonna stop on a busy street at a four-way, get out, see if it's a black person, white person, female, male, don't matter. They're just gonna get out and help out. Why don't nobody talk about that? Because I'm not finna do that. I'm not built for that. I'm not finna help you out. She ain't finna help my mama out. And I'm not going to expect you to do that. So, I'm not going to expect you to want me to do that. I got to look out for my family. I can't look out for your family and my family, carrying everybody on my back. So, I'm not cold-hearted. It's just I'm not built for that. There are people who are built for that. That's why they have those kind of jobs. Let's talk about paramedics and police and firefighters and doctors and stuff. Those people, it's like, yeah, you have bad everything. There's always a bad person. That's why you're just not gonna have peace in the world. Why can't we just have peace in the world? All this money circulating, everything going on, y'all are sending people to the moon and bringing them back, but you can't coexist amongst yourselves. Like, seriously? So obviously it's some sort of, I don't know if it's just them reinforcing violence in order to get us to just subconsciously think about violent things and negativity, and because it's not even competition anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, Trey, free enterprise capitalism, it's all about competition that makes the market thrive. It's like, okay, well, I feel what you're saying, but I don't, it's not an economic thing for me. It's not a racial thing for me. I don't see it as, oh, well, I'm not going to be a slave and this, that, and the third. There are bad people in everything. So my attitude is like what I just said. I'm not finna help. I can't help nobody else. I just got to look out for my family. So now what? I'm looking out for my people. You looking out for your people. But you always have lazy people. You always have people who lie. You always have people who are real go-getters. And they wake up just to do 100% that they can for everyone else. They're always going to hold the door for someone. And it's okay. Then you have people who prey on those people. See, alright. Once I learned about exponential growth, it made me understand socially, the social dynamic, that it made me understand that more. Once I figured out how numbers work exponentially, exponential growth is on some 7 years, you're seeing crazy things, and that's how they do population mathematics. That's how they're doing all these variables and all these coefficients and all these extra math crazy words that to a normal person don't mean nothing, but all they're using is population numbers, and those numbers grow exponentially. When you're dealing with even thousands, 100,000s, things start to exponentially grow. So think about the black population in America, how big the number is. So let's just say let's just think on a super small scale, so that way the numbers aren't even that hard. Let's just say that it's 10 million black people in America. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure there's probably 10 million black people in Mississippi. If there's 10 million black people in America, then percentages as they grow, percentages like the percentage of single black homes and the percentages, all these lame percentages that they always throw out to us. And that's another thing, they give you the knowledge, but then they don't tell you what it's really, you know what I mean? They put it in front of you. They put it in front of you, and then they want you to think of, do your own research on it. When all they have to do is tell you everything one time, and it ain't gonna be but a book that big that you gotta really do research from, to where you know exactly what you're researching, and then once you get to that point to where you've acquired a small amount of information that's in this, not even that much of the book, like 3 or 4 words out of that big of a book, you get like 2 or 3 of those words and you start doing research on them, and you can't even, the only way you can get credible research is by being partnershiped with these multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar companies and corporations and like colleges. Like, there are certain tools that you need to measure quantities of X amount of thing and Y amount of thing. There are tools that they use to measure these quantities that are only found in certain places. Like, there's only 1 or 2 of them in the world that can measure this thing or see a certain thing. You know what I mean? These tools that they use to do the research are only found in a finite amount of places that is very small. It's like 2 or 3. You know, if they have 10 of this thing that they can use, then that means that all the nations are using it and all that stuff. But there's things where there's only like 2 or 3 of them in the world. So they're doing all this research with these tools that no one else has. You know what I'm saying? It's like you once you've acquired the smallest amount of information and you start doing research on it, you dive into this pool of knowledge, and then no one seems credible anymore because, like I said, there's only 2 or 3 places where they're doing this research and have the tools to do it. So you're basically just believing whatever they tell you, or you're going there and manipulating it yourself and decomposing it and seeing like how it operates. Because even once they tell you, oh well, there's this tool and it works this way, so it's like that's just right now. That's just the stuff that's happening right now. So to become abreast on technology and stuff, you'd damn near have to be the government. You'd have to be CIA, Black Ops. You're not just no regular cop. That's why I feel the way I feel, because it's like, at this point, it's not even oh, I'm black and you're black, let's bind together. It's like, no, we're all the other 99% of people in the world who don't have access to all of this knowledge. And what they're doing to us is sort of like we're little kids in like a controlled simulation. And it's like, oh, nothing, you know, we're gonna dictate everything that goes on. Everything on the news is like, the news isn't something you watch and you watch it like you watch BET and Lifetime and ESPN and Cartoon Network. You know, if you watch all 4 of those, then you have a completely different, for any time you're watching it, you can flip through those 4 channels and nothing will match as far as subject matter until you start seeing the commercials and stuff. But when you watch the news, everything in every news channel, it's the same exact thing. They're showing you the same exact current event. So it's like, all these things are happening in the world. There are major things happening every day all around the world. So you guys can all, like, you know, do what you gotta do and get different news. But it's just like, it's all the same thing. So it's like, obviously someone's controlling it and saying, okay, I want you guys to watch this now. So they're doing, oh my gosh. This whole rant started by me talking about exponential growth and me saying that's when my mind frame switched to where I was no longer naive to the world. You know, that's when the light bulb turned on for me. Because exponential growth, and like I said, 10 million, let's just say 10 million black people, and they're throwing these bullshit statistics. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry for cursing. They're throwing these statistics at you, these percentages. It's like, oh, well, 75% of black homes, XYZ, and 45%, all these percentages. Let's just say it's based off of 10 million, which is such a small number. There are like billions of people in the world. Population size and population size growth is real. It's not something that they're going to talk about every day, because the numbers are so real to where it's like, wow. And then you live in Mississippi, or you live in the country somewhere where you don't see high rises and skyscrapers, all you see is trees, then you're going to start seeing all that cleared out. You're going to start seeing more malls. You're going to start seeing this, and you're going to start seeing that. But it's like the rate at which it grows, like, whenever you have a percentage, like I said, they give you these BS statistics, these percentages. And then when those percentages have been, whenever they keep up with the percentages over time, the percentages grow because of population size growth. Because the population is growing. It's not shrinking. The population isn't shrinking. So then the mathematics would be completely different if the human life cycle was different and people were dying faster than they were being born. But it's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Oh yeah, well, people die every day. Nah, bro. Population size growth is real, dog. Because you know people, okay, throughout your whole time of being alive, I'm pretty sure more of us know and have a relationship with more people alive than we do that are dead. So it's like, where are those people going? I haven't done any research on, like, currently how many people died per how many people are alive or being born. But I'm pretty sure, you know, it's probably like, I'm pretty sure they'll probably have it at like 1-to-1. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to be scared of. It's just when I became more aware of my surroundings, and then like I said, they're doing research, and this isn't just, oh, well, this just started happening a few years ago. No, this has been happening for a long time. The people who have power now have had power for a long time. it hasn't just been some crazy shift of power in the last long time to where the world was completely different. So that's a long time to have a recorded history, and that's a long time to. That's a long time. It's just, and you look at the population size before, and you look at the population size now. Different. There are way more people than it was back in the day. So my thought process is, okay, well, back in the day, you had one guy in town that liked to get drunk, and everyone know him as the town drunk. So since there are more people now, there's gonna be like 4 times as many town drunks as it was back in the day, because it's more people. So if your town got double the people, you gonna have double the town drunks. So now you got a lot of people doing bad when it was just 1 or 2 bad people in town. You gotta watch out for those. That's the Rowdy Rough Gang, and they roll 15 deep. Horses and pistols. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk y'all head off no more. Because at this point, then I seen the people coming outside with their guns. Okay, my whole thought process is this: they didn't shoot nobody. They told y'all to leave with their guns. Now, somebody come outside of their house with their guns and tell me, get from around their house, all that yelling. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, you know, this is my right to be here. Oh, man. I'm just gonna leave, bro. My whole thing is, okay, they came outside with their guns. My whole thing is this: why we gotta send them hate mail? Why we gotta send them death threats? Who's doing that? Who are the people that are sending those people death threats? That's my biggest concern right there. Are people like that? I fear them people more than the police. You sending death threats to these folks. They ain't shoot y'all or nothing. They let y'all ride. And they was riding. They want to ride? Let them ride. They yelling and waving their guns. You yelling and stomping and waving flags, and y'all people had guns out there. So you got guns. Fences. Shovels. You waving just about anything. Eggplant signs. They come out waving their rifles. And now we sending them death threats. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Those people are worse than the bad cops, bro. Who is sending those people death threats? And I know they being extra. They blowing their phone up. I'm gonna kill you. Hang up. Bro, people are so lame, man. It's not even worth it anymore. Just look out for you. Look out for your family. It's gonna be alright. Whoever you consider family, it's you. I'm not saying I'm not gonna look out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look out. I don't got no problem looking out because people look out for me. And my thought process ain't even like that. It's just, that's just how it is. I don't even think, oh, I'm gonna look out for this person. The people who I associate myself with, we've already been associating with each other for so long to where it's like, I don't have that many friends. I'm not one of them type of people. I always gotta have 2-3 people with me. Nah, I be solo dolo for the most part. But the people who I do rock with, it have been times where we rocking every day. Every day we rocking. But my lifestyle now is so different. I don't even, and that's why I want to do YouTube, because it's like, if only we can just reach all the people who want to just be on the right deal. We can talk about anything. We can do live videos where you host the video and I'll just put you on my channel and it'll be your whole video. Only thing that'll be on the video is I'm uploading it. You're gonna be in the description, you're gonna be the title, you're gonna be the tags, and I just upload it, and then you upload some of mine. Or we don't even have to do I upload yours, you upload mine. No, we can do it straight. Like, anybody have anything to say who don't have a cam or a means in which to record videos, and they just want to have their opinions heard. Like, yeah, I see homies in my comments. You know, it don't matter what you say in my comments, I'm gonna always wish you love. It don't matter if you come at me, oh man, dude, you're peeing small, dude, and your girlfriend's ugly. I'm gonna be like, man, you know, I'm sorry you feel like that, big dog. You know, and I'm gonna hit your comment with a like. Cause I'm not even, it's not even like that. You know what I mean? It's not even like that for me. I'm not able to see myself at that level to where people's YouTube comments would trigger me personally. I read YouTube comments to see where people's minds are at. Like the previous video, when the people were like, when George Floyd, rest in peace, Mr. Floyd was murdered, people were talking about, oh, well, he shouldn't have, they get on their little phone. Get on their little phone and text up, oh, well, Mr. Floyd shouldn't have been, resisting arrest because that's how people get killed, they're resisting. I'm like, dude, your YouTube comment saying the most disrespectful thing ever. It's just like, it's unfortunate that someone had to die this way. Not even die, be murdered. Mr. Floyd was murdered. That's what's shaking me up. He didn't. Yeah. I just wanted to give a moment of silence for Mr. Floyd. And that was just about the last straw. But yeah, I'm not able to see myself at that level. It's like YouTube comments. Come on, bro. You really think I'm that self-conscious about how you feel about what I have to say on YouTube? To where your comment that you did not say to my face, and even if you did say it to my face, it'd still be the same reaction, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, are you gonna, if you start sending me death threats, I'm just gonna call the police and have them investigate that. I'm not even gonna incriminate myself by involving myself in a YouTube comment. And then I'm gonna log when I did talk to the police and the steps in which I took. So when you do go to do something drastic and I handle my business, ain't no questions gonna be asked, because the laws is gonna be there already. Yeah. If you come to my video and you watch my video and you comment something negative about the video, I'm not gonna care. I don't care if you start the video, pause the video at 1 second, and then immediately comment something negative just directed towards the title or the description, and then you dip out like a graffiti stamp or something, like on a rail car. I promise, like I said, I'm gonna hit your comment with a like. I want comments like that in my videos to be pinned, and everyone to laugh and say, look at this guy, that was cool, burned. Like, everyone in the comments would be janking on me. You know what I mean? Be like, oh yeah, he thinks he's cool. You're so right, dude. He's so lame. And everyone would laugh at those. I don't know, man. This wasn't I didn't really have a subject matter to come on talking about. I just wanted to get across that, you can't just be naive. You know what I mean? You can't just do what you're told and, believe everything. You can call it, oh, you're paranoid. You're paranoid. Okay, dude. I'm paranoid, but black people was just slaves. Indians or Native Americans were just running around here. Buffalo was just around here. But so I'm paranoid because I'm watching guard of myself and my family. No, you're just naive to think that something is not able to happen. Yeah, today is Monday the 6th of June. Just got off work. My shirt was all wet. rainy. It's just a drizzling now. I guess, I mean, if anyone's ever wondered what I do at work, I work on rail cars. So I might do a lot of like I said about graffiti earlier, because I see graffiti all the time. But I work for a good company, and people who want to get in the railroad, you know, but aren't able to get into the railroad, it kind of hurts me because, you know, I'm not doubting the hiring process of any of these railroads or anything, but I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of those people who are really not good workers. They just really like the railroad. And then there are a lot of people who are really good workers and do like the railroad that never get a time. So that's why I'm super thankful for my job. Because it's like the mechanical skills I'm learning at my job. That's why I want all this coronavirus stuff to go away, so that way the Job Corps can come back in and the schools can come back in and the kids can learn stuff. And we need to, if you're a child and you're watching this video, go to a trade school. Get a job and then go to college. Because if you take trade classes in high school and you go to a trade school where you learn how to be an electrician or a carpenter or a welder or a shop vac or an air conditioning guy or a refrigerator guy, just learn something like that. It don't even have to be something that you like. Like if you want to be a carpenter, but they only have brickwork and or they only have welding. Say you want to be a carpenter really bad, but all you can take are these welding classes. Take the welding classes. Or if you're a welder and you really want to do welding, but there's only carpentry classes, take the carpentry classes, because anytime you're dealing with jobs like that, you're going to be taught more about safety than you are about your actual job. So once you learn safety, you can always transition into an apprenticeship or go to work your way in to whatever field you want to do. And then if you want to be a welder but there's only carpentry classes, don't limit yourself. Don't be like, oh well, yeah, I really want to weld and there's only carpentry classes, man, life sucks. No. If you can weld, you can do woodwork. And the other way around. It's all about safety. Once you learn the safe way to operate and move your body with any machinery, then that's the only way you're gonna think. Before you go to do something, you're gonna be like, hey, I don't know nothing about electricity, but I know that I shouldn't touch anything that's hooked up to electricity because it could shock me. Duh. Anything will shock you. If you're a woodworker and all you're working with is hammer and nail, it still be sparks flying from hammer and nail. I don't know. So you can just go into a trade school, and then when you're in trade school and you're done with your trade and you have the trade you want and don't don't get into a trade to work at some company that you want to work at. Get into a trade so you can do your own thing. You can become the job yourself. So there's always work that needs to be done. You are the job. You are your boss. If there's a job that needs to be done, all you gotta do is be there. I don't know, man. It's just... That's why they teach you to be nice in school and stuff. You have to be a pleasant person. You can't just be... it's one thing if you're a little bit timid, but then it's another thing if you're very rude. It's a limit to being timid and rude. It's like, yeah, I can understand you're kind of shy, okay. But when you're just like, I don't know, it's all these people who want to get all these tattoos. It's like, man, get the tattoos. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. These folks on the roster, they be driving. Yeah. Once you've gotten your trade and you're doing what you want to do, work for yourself. Slap you a sticker on your truck, throw you a ladder in there, you got a business right there, boom. And then I don't know, it's just that's a whole nother video. It's like once you start thinking on a business level, the amount of openings that you have becomes so much greater. When you stop chaining yourself to someone else by saying, oh, I want to get a job and work for this person, I want to work for them. It's like basically working for someone nowadays is basically like being a slave. But it's contractual and you're being paid any job. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's or you're some CEO at a corporation. You have obligated yourself to this business. So once you start limiting yourself to that, it's just like, wow, really? It's very, when you see it in people, well, when I see that in people, it saddens me, and it makes me feel like, it makes me feel that the person's like, it makes me feel like regret for the person. It makes me feel that it makes me feel a lot of sorrow for myself. Like, wow, this person's mind is so chained by the system and how the world is, to where they have no aspirations of being the person who calls the shots for themselves. They want to be, they want to know, they want to have a job and work for another person and be subjected to whatever terms they present to them. Not even on they're not trying to do anything for themselves. And, it hurts. But at the same time, That's just how they've subconsciously tuned us to think that, oh, you're supposed to work for someone else. There's another example of it. They're gonna fool you into thinking that, yeah, you have to work for someone else. You land that good job when you get out of college. Like, why not go to college to work for myself? Or why not just work for myself and go to college later? It's like, I don't know, you know? I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Then nowadays, it goes full circle. It's full circle with everything else. All this stuff about population size growth. All this stuff about the riots and looting. It all goes full circle. They want to control you. They don't want you to think about starting your own business. And then, okay, so my whole thing is this. They gonna tell you that, oh, you're wrong because you burned down someone's business. That was someone's business. That's wrong for you to do that. And the same people who would say that is the people whose families was the ones that burned down them businesses just because the people who started the business was black, you know? They have a whole little black town and everybody got their own business. They got the tax man, they got the this man, they got the bakery, they got the haircut man, they got the grocery store man. Everybody's black. You think they gonna let that ride? Research for yourself how that goes. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's not a black or a white thing with me. It's the 99 versus the 1. And at this point, it's not even a conflict. It's like, there's no turning point. There's no off switch. There's no like, they're slowly disclosing things to us. Like, they're telling us more and more about what's happening as far as things that we would not have been told in the past. And it's not gonna be some period where they're just telling us everything. But, you know, with TV and computers and internet, man, it's hard to find stuff and keep it a secret nowadays. So and to me, I don't even think twice about it. It don't faze me no more because I'm so immune to it. Like, I don't even think about it. They're not gonna tell us everything. They're not gonna They're not gonna. They're not gonna give up their control. They been had control. This stuff ain't brand new to them. They got, like, just look at the Bible. Look at the Bible. And just by looking at the Bible, you can just see how far back they've been thinking the way they do now. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I made it home now. Go up here and lay down. I was blessed another day to work. Every day is a blessing. Man, YouTube. I just like chilling on YouTube. It doesn't bother me any. Like, I'm just, when it comes to people saying, oh, well, yeah, that's a whole another thought process they've implanted in us. Like, they don't want you to help your brother along. They want you to see someone doing good and immediately think, oh, well, no, he ain't about that. He flashing with the. Or hate on him. Oh, man, he's lame. You're a lame dude. You're a lame dude. Like, bro, seriously, man. I'm so past that point in my life to where YouTube is literally, I do YouTube because it focuses your thoughts. It's like training. I don't know, man. That's some nerd stuff. Yeah, I might get in here, play me a couple games of chess, play some Brawlhalla, play some Fortnite. Dude, I should totally stream chess, Brawlhalla, and Fortnite. Those are 3 good streams that I would watch if I was someone just looking at me, dude. Because it's like chess, it's like 5-minute chess streams are good. Just 5-minute games. And then 1v1 Brawlhalla is just straight Orion. Just every game. And then Fortnite. Fortnite would be like Friday, Saturday. Because it's like with Fortnite, it's like you gotta practice it every day. But my schedule as far as video games, I can't play enough video games to get that good at Fortnite. So I'm not gonna only play Fortnite for the time I have. You know what I mean? Like, I like to play Smash Ultimate. I might play Brawlhalla. And I'll play Fortnite. But I'm not gonna just play Fortnite and be like, oh, I'm trying to get good. It's like, dude, I'm gonna get good just playing 1 or 2 days. Like Friday, Saturday. And then play like an hour Brawlhalla every day. But yeah, YouTube. Y'all just be safe out there, you know. Let me get inside. Please be safe. Yeah, like I said, why y'all sending these folks death threats for coming out on their porch with guns while y'all in front of their porch yelling and hollering with guns? Man, just the world we live in is so crazy. But alright, y'all. I'm hollering at y'all.